Hello and welcome to another Sprinterra video. Today we're going to be talking about our custom upgrade portal, which this is a resource that you're going to have if you're working with Sprinterra for your upgrades or for your client's upgrades. So whether this is from the perspective of an Acumatica VAR or from an Acumatica end client, you're going to have visibility into upgrade statuses. And why this is a big deal is it provides a couple of key benefits to you. So one is centralized visibility. So it has all components of the upgrade process, whether that's ISVs, whether that's customization, sandbox testing, system integrity testing, et cetera, all in one place. So you can go to one place to see the different statuses for all of these different components of your upgrade. Here you'll have full transparency on where everything is at. So you'll see what's the status of customization testing? What is the targeted completion date for a customization package for the system integrity testing for all components of the upgrade? So you'll have all of that visibility. It's something that's very easy to access. So both VAR and end client are going to have logins and the ability to very quickly, very easily see all of this information just with the click of a couple of buttons. And it also ties directly into our case management system. So if you ever have a question about your upgrade, if you need to learn a little bit more about where something is at, you can directly create a case on that as well. So today, just going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into the custom upgrade portal. And we'll show you a little bit of our demo data that we put together to give you a feel for what it's going to look like. So two main screens that you're going to see is one, a data view, which shows your overall upgrades. So these are the containers that hold all of the information related to your upgrade. So on the surface level, of course, like any generic inquiry in Acumatica, you can choose, what to expose, what fields you want out here. In this instance, we've got it showing the overall status of the upgrade, the client name, of course, Acumatica version that we're going to, specific build we're going to, previous version, all kinds of dates as far as when the sandbox was created, when is it expiring, when is testing happening, who's the main point of contact on the Sprinterra side, all those types of things. And then the second main GI, at least, that you will see is the AlwaysCurrent support GI, which this goes to a more granular level. So you're going to see specific customizations that are in flight and specific pieces. We'll jump into that in just a second. But for right now, we're going to jump back to the upgrades component. So if you were to click into one of these, it's going to open up kind of the upgrade the upgrade project, which is going to give you more detail, more granularity on this upgrade. So of course, you have all of your summary level information, dates, all of that. You have statuses. Is this an always current? Who's the client? Who's the VAR? That type of information. And then on these tabs down here, you start to get visibility into what customization packages are being tested, what ISV solutions are being tested, and where are they at? What are the statuses? What's the timeline? All of these these details in the nitty gritty of it. What workflows have been tested? What are the generic inquiries that have been tested? And what's the status of them? What are the reports that have been tested? What's the status of them? Import scenarios, an overall summary will be provided here. And then if any cases are tied to this upgrade, then they would show up here as well. So for example, if I'm an end client, I'm in here, I have a question about this upgrade, I can simply create a case. It's going to create that case for me. It's going to tie it to this upgrade, and I can get the question answered about this upgrade, regardless of what it's going to be. On the flip side of that, if you click into any one of these customization packages, it's going to give you some granularity on that specific customization package. So let's say you have a client who has 5, medium complexity customization packages. Each 5 of those, it's going to be created as its own entity within our system here. And you'll be able to track all relevant detail for that specific package for your upgrade. So in this case, we've got a package name, we've got a version, we've got who the client is for, we've got upgrade date as far as when we're starting it and when we're planning to complete that upgrade. We've got the status of the testing of this customization package. We've got more data information. We've got version information. We have all of this type of information. If any cases are related to this, if there are any other customization package, once this is dependent upon or tied to in any sort of a way. So this gives you that additional level of granularity on what can sometimes be a very complex situation to manage, which is your customization. So again, in a scenario where you have a client that's upgrading, you would have their upgrade entity here, which would have all overall information related to the upgrade with all the components. And then you also have very detailed visibility into each of the customization packages that is going to be tested in any sort of way. This would include visibility for packages you've built, customization packages from ISVs, all those types of things. You're going to have very granular visibility at the click of a button right at your fingertips when it comes to Sprinterra managing your upgrades. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to reach out. Until then, on to the next one.